Check the army view. So they're now stationed like this. So that's pretty good. They've got a lot of offense there. You could, in theory, do that instead if you wanted them to be. The value in being a tighter unit is obviously it's easier to fit you in deployment and kind of play around them, but the better DPS is probably how I'll play it. So you can go fight or you can go random event. Ordinarily I go fight for the gold, but let's random event for a bit of fun is kind of interesting. Circle of power. Oh, you get magic. That's nice. So a bit of damage. Frost Warden. Target unit rerolls fail damage. So that's probably Frost Ward's a bit of a weird one where you get a massive save, but you also compromise your ability to do damage. So you basically turn into a wet noodle tank for a turn. I prefer Radiant Shield because you can just use it to be hard. Just make one unit hard as nails. Very tight and cluttered map. My cannon is not going to appreciate this. This is probably the most open side, so I'll put it over here. The Griffin can ignore, so the difficult terrain penalty is whenever you move into it, you move at half speed. Griffin with the flying ability ignores that, so he's perfectly happy to be behind it. 1, because it provides cover, and 2, he can ignore it in movement, so convenient. I'll put them there to defend the cannon in case anything starts to get a bit too wise. And I've got cavalry. Probably the extreme flank for the light cav and here for the heavy cav so they can side charge anything in there. We have a unit of boars, another unit of boars, and 2. Okay. So what you would probably want to do is cannoning the boars is the obvious way to go because they've got 2 wounds. They're an ideal target for it. Yep, kill 2 instantly. Good shot. He bounds forward, which is what I thought would happen. So I'm just going to side charge him with the Griffin. Yeah, he can't see me, we can see him, piece of cake. There's no point in casting the abilities. He comes forward. Now, am I going to be able to cheekily... What you'd really like to do is get a side charge with the knight, so I'm just going to play with this a bit, see if I can get out of his range. And in such a way that I can... Oh, you have to be really careful here, so I'm going to end up in the other melee unit's range there if I'm not careful. You have to be very tight with this. We'll get as tight up against the side there as we can. It's about as far as I can go without getting into anyone's range. So this is what I can see, which I think is them. So I'm clearly inside arc, they can't hit me, I can hit them. The risk is that I won't be allowed to fit in there. So that's obviously a bit of concern. The other concern is that they could come far enough forward that they can actually just hit me. So I'm going to end up shuffling backwards here. Because I think I'm in range even when I'm all the way back there. So I'll tell you what, I'm actually going to go right back to the start and get right a little bit further forward. Oh, that's good. So I'm not quite in range yet, so I'm just going to edge my way forward until we see. So I think that's me there. So I'm definitely able to see them now, and I'm fairly confident I'll be out of range of that when it moves forward, so I'm going to take that. Yeah, they didn't make it into range, that's good. Okay. You're going to want to end up coming forward to help me deal with these. And here's the tricky one. Now, the reason why this is a risk is because I might not actually be granted the charge here because it won't let me fit there because of terrain and stuff. So I'm going to have to play this as though I don't have the charge just in case and get these guys out of the way. So ordinarily I just run them up and do a load of damage point blank, but instead I'm going to shoot and withdraw. I do maybe we'll kill one. That's above average. So we're going to play it safe and run away. You'll be able to start helping me with these. So they'll side charge them, but no, they won't because we can intercept. Now yeah, no path to target. I was concerned that was going to happen. So now the ball's going to come forward, and I'm going to have to play again. But never mind, I kind of saw that coming. But I'm not going to get in charge of anything else, so we'll just leave it. That should be a win. So they're going to start coming around here. I'm not going to engage that unit yet because it's a lot of strength, and I'd rather. Yeah, you can obviously go for a cannon, there's nothing else to shoot at. It's a lot of strength to throw yourself at, and you'd rather pincer them somehow. So here come the boars. Now, unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to get around them this time. Yeah, see. So instead I'll probably just take a bunch of damage. Did I get into short range? I think so. If I get into short range, yeah, do a load of shots. And then I could shove the cavalry directly into their face. Annoyingly, they've still got 3. I'd hope to kill a few more. They're going to start edging toward me, but we don't care because I can just get out of their range. Yeah, go right up into the boar's face. So this fight is happening now, no matter what. I should just win. Just a question of how much damage I take back. Other fights. Do you want to pop that now? It really shouldn't be necessary, so I'll just... I could, however, give somebody reroll saves, which I'll do to him later. In that case, I probably will use this now to make sure they bugger off. And instead, because I can only use one ability, so the turns I'm using the reroll save ability, I won't be able to use the combat score one, so I may as well do it now. So I know I'll be using that, but we're not entering combat with that big unit of orcs. It's just unnecessary right now. Just get the hell away from it for the time being. One hit, that doesn't bode well, and no damage. Oh dear, oh dear. They do nothing but so they still saved. I'm crying out loud. Oh, that's bad. If he gets stuck there, he's going to end up getting recharged. That's so unlucky. Yeah, we're going to take that charge for reasons. No, don't flee. Counter. So the introduction of the flee mechanic is an interesting one. If you have more movement, you can basically get away. We're not going to do anything else. He chose... Now, unfortunately, he is able to see and hit him. So I'm going to have to do something about that this turn. So again, we'll take the easy one, which is just you shooting them. That'll force him to move so we can see what he does and position accordingly. He's gone after this unit. And annoyingly, he's going to recharge them. So he's going to end up doing a lot of damage. Right, I've got 2 units, or rather 3, that I can't really make. So while I have you, I'm just going to go ahead and don't want to take any damage to the knight, so I'll Radiant Shield them. Okay, so you'd want side charge, ideally. And they're pretty quick, so what you could do is turn, shoot them, and then run over and side charge the orcs, and hope that they can just pummel them. They're not likely to pull that off, I'm afraid. The alternative is you try and get into the side arc of this orc unit. The crucial thing being is I have to charge them with something, otherwise they're going to go into the back of my knights and absolutely shred them. So I don't think, as you can tell from that there, they're going to be able to get there. So could they get there? No, they literally can't make that, so it's going to have to be them. So instead what I'm going to do with you, again I have to do something about them, otherwise they'll recharge my poor general. Oh, they're also going to... Oh, this is going to be a hassle. Don't know if I can see them there, I'm afraid. I don't think so, they're outside the tree line. So yeah, it stops, you can't see anything past the tree, even though it would normally, so that's not going to count. This is a hassle and a half. If I'm in front arc, I'll be able to, but they'll be able to see and charge me, which means I'll take the full front from the big orc warrior unit, which is not ideal. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. Yeah, I think I'm just scuppered. Okay, in that case, I'm gonna have to just give up that Imperial Knight unit effectively to getting recharged and instead kind of stage match. So presume they'll win. Send these over here to help with that one instead, and then pin and then surround this and kill us. And at which point it will just be that unit because they should die. So it will just be this unit. They'll be dead, and then we can deal with everything else. So yeah, we're gonna shoot you and effectively consign the 4 Imperial Knights to oblivion here. Well, maybe I could flee, we'll see. That's annoying, I'm not going to be able to charge them. That tree is just in the way to protect them from everything, so they get a free punt at my captain, he's going to get rinsed as well. I really don't think there's anything I can do about it, it's just by tight margins, some very unfortunate positioning. As you somehow failed to kill these last turns, so now you're stuck here. Ordinarily be able to just run away and you'd be fine. Now they break, turn too late and they go away. Great. But so we take, even with the rerolls, we still take a casualty. It's unfortunate. And they run away as well. Yeah, the point of the greenskins is that they have bad morale. They really should have buggered off. Yeah, that's not good. I literally... Oh, for some reason I can actually make them do intercept. Sure, go for it. It didn't look, honestly didn't look like it on the screen, but... Can't flee, it seems. I don't have any discretion. I can flee, excellent. Run away! I wonder if that sends me off the map. I sincerely hope not. Then I lose the whole unit. I've never actually fled before because it's a new mechanic introduced by this patch update, so we'll see how that works. It is straight off the map. That's rather annoying. Okay, well now we know. Right, what's liable to happen here is they win that. So we're going to go around and prepare you to... They'll turn to face so we can side charge them. Do I want to... Not this turn, probably next turn I'll do the reroll saves because they're going to get... Well, they can't... Oh, they can't move because they got fled from a charge, so they're stuck there. So I can't... Oh, the bloody terrain means I can't get there to rear charge them. I just about managed it, I think. Yeah, that's in range, surely. Great, and then you're pointless because you can't see anything. Well, maybe you can try. Nah, you get stuck by the trees. Kill 5, not bad. Take 2 wounds back. Could have probably used it there, actually. Yeah, because then they'll run. In that case, I very much could have used the reroll saves there. But never mind. You can go in. And then we're just going to leave that. So we can decide whether or not we have to charge them after they roll morale. Uses war cry, which is completely pointless because he's not going to be able to do it. Well, I guess the character can turn around and hit us, but that's about it. Nothing else to shoot at, might as well. 2 more. He fails to rally, so off he goes. In which case I'll probably send you into the side just in case they hold. Yep, you can see them. Okay, well, I'm not going to be saving it for anything else, so I'll just use it now. I think the character can hit them even though I'm in the rear. Oh yeah, 8 hits, let's go. A dismal hit roll and they roll no saves. That's hilariously bad. That's mathematically atrocious. 3 of 14. Okay, yeah, I guess we are stuck here then. In which case it would have been rather useful to now have the bloody reroll armor saves. Never mind. I'm going to take a lot of damage unnecessarily, I'm afraid, but yeah, and there's no point shooting anything, so let's just see how much we take. And now they took damage, great. And they're all dead. And we are. So some minor casualties, but otherwise, for fighting 2 elites in a row, that wasn't bad. So the Griffin leveled. Now extra wound to make it more durable. It's honestly healing fine, so it's either the wound or the gold. What do you think? I would rather take the gold actually, because I take it pretty much every turn, so I think yeah, it's going to make its money quite quickly. Light cav level up. Ooh, more unit size. That's really good because they get 2 shots each per round, so that's actually great for DPS. You can go up to 6, which is quite potent. The heavy cav go up to skill 5. That's pretty nice. I love skill 5. And the cannon. Right, the wound's obviously naff. It's a choice between veteran crew and veteran accuracy. So +1 hit by this. What that effectively means is that whenever you roll that d3 to determine your number of shots, you'll get either 1, 2, or 3 +1. So it becomes a minimum of 2, minimum of 3, which is great. The reroll ones, of course, is that if you happen to reroll a 1, roll it again. I think mathematically the +1 is better when you click. So it turns your 3 results into effectively 2, 3, and 4. And you could do the averages. So you can do 2 + 3 + 4, which is what? 9. And then you do 9 divided by 3, so an average of 3 is what you come up. Whereas if it's reroll 1s, it's 1, 2, and 3, which is an average of 2. But you re-roll the 1, which again rolls into 1, 2, or 3, which isn't quite as good. 14 probably take a couple more swordsmen. And now this is the tricky one. 4 or 5. I think that's just about combat viable, so I'll take that. And we're gonna. I did that correctly. We're gonna take a heal anyway, which I probably should just take gold on everyone because I'm just gonna heal to full. So you just take XP because we don't need any more health. The captain leveled. So you can take an extra attack. The recruiter one's great because whenever you buy a new unit, they don't start at level 0. They actually come with XP, so you take that whenever you can. And the swordsman. Skill's good, so they can actually hit things. Go to a shop. Yeah, the double healing really isn't effective. You'd want fights, so we'll take the barding. We can't afford any units, so don't worry about it. So the barding is fantastic. The explosive shells is great. Lance and shield is great. It's just a flat improvement of what we've got. Because currently it's hand, weapon, and shield, which is +1 defense, +1 charge bonus, and then so the lance is just the same, but even more charge. In terms of banners and other things, anything that particularly stands out, the captain could get a weapon upgrade. The banner of swiftness and the light cab is great, so they become very fast. We'll take that. I don't particularly care things like combat score, and they're not going to want those. The swordsman having heavy armor is interesting, so they'll become defense 5s. They're actually a very durable unit. So I'll probably they'll become slow as dirt because they'll become basically immobile, but they become hard as nails. So you can use them as an anchor unit while your fast units kind of run around. I don't dislike that idea. And then we have some money left over. The captain is on a griffin, so it does actually kind of matter. So the great weapon, he's currently armed with, you can check in the army view what he's armed with. So he's currently a hand weapon and shield. So it's an extra defense, which is why he's got 4. And he'll go up to power 5 on the charge to get charge bonus. So let's see. The great weapon is you lose the point of defense and instead gain a permanent flat power and then another power, or the hand weapons, which is another attack. Now, the reason why I'm going to take the great weapon is because because he's on a griffin, you actually use the griffin's defense anyway. The captain's defense is pretty much mute unless you wind up in a duel of some kind. So I'm happy to take the great weapon. There's nothing else I really want there, so that'll do. Another heal, which is completely pointless. Like we're max, so just take a load of XP. No one levels. Not ideal, but there you are. And then we have the boss. So do we want to do any sort of... So it's worth checking. So we have 6 units here. Now with this unit, we don't care about facing because we're not going to be getting them into combat. So having a tighter unit that can't be charged easily is actually more beneficial. I don't know why they're so... It should be just a unit 5 spread out. I don't know why it's kind of tied in like that. And the swordsman can't go out any further. It's a pretty big block already, so that'll do. So let's go into the Act 1 boss. They're going first. Yeah, a larger map size, as you can tell, to accommodate. I'll probably put the cannon way back. Maybe over there. And we'll have the swordsman to defend. You lot can kind of... The faster units can mill around. We want to think about streets. So if they start poking things forward, you want something here to countercharge and kill it in the side. So probably the heavy knights will be around there, so they can help out. They'll get stuck on the trees a bit, but it's probably not enough to slow them down. They'll be there to kind of push forward. The griffin can be right there because it doesn't care about terrain. You can move, and you'll be on the flank to 1, skirmish, and 2, anything that comes at it you can basically just kite around. You never actually have to deal with it. So we've got a chariot, giant, and 4 melee units. So that is an easy target for the exact thing you'd want shooting a cannon at, and it kills it instantly. Fantastic. Yeah, the maximum 3+1 hits, and it fails every save. It takes 2, 4, 6, 8 wounds, which is all 8 of the giant's wounds. That couldn't have gone any better. Right, now we're going to pass because they've got more units than us. They're going to be forced to move forward, which is great because I can see where they are and I can position myself accordingly. So what I want to do is I'd like to side charge that unit of gobs with the knights because they'll probably be able to run straight through them. So they're not going to be able to hit me and I can just hammer into the side. I think that's good. So forward they come. The swordsman, I guess I should just start having them mill their way across here. It'll take a while. Alright, this is what I wanted them to do, that first so I can see where that chariot ends up. So great, and now I can see it. What I'll probably do is I'll shoot it to death with this. So we're in short range. Yeah, you get more shots because there are more guys now. Wow, they roll incredibly well, so it's still alive. Never mind, I'll shoot it to death next turn, I guess. What I'm also going to do is I'm actually going to push you up really far, so when next turn comes, I'll be able to obviously shoot him and then kind of get around them, so they can't charge me with anything and everything's moved, so we're safe. So you're done. And now you've got a decision to make with him. Realistically, I don't want to send him in on anything on his own, he'll probably just lose. So I guess you could send him into the Orc Brute. No, the Orc Brutes are actually quite durable, you want to wear them down, so I'm just going to have him kite for the timing. I'll put him in front as a nuisance and just have him sit here. Yeah, I'm not going to use any abilities or anything. Side charge into them, it's a free and easy win. Now, you could in theory side charge the chariot here, and they would win and they would kill it, no problem, they wouldn't really do anything else. But then they'd be stuck there and they're going to get side charged by them, so we're not going to... No other charges, we're perfectly content with that. They make their way forward. Can I see him and shoot at him with my... Yes, I can. Great. Maybe before they move out the way somewhere. Okay, they move that way. I think, yes, they've missed the knights, which is great. So they're going to start coming towards the swordsman. I'm just going to keep hammering with them. So these two units can deal with that. He'll come around here to deal with this. So I think what I want to do first is the swordsman. I'll just move you to there. And now I can see where they moved. Great. I have 2 units left. I'm going to assume they can execute him and then move around and start dealing with things. But you probably want to move this one first, just in case. The logic being that if something does go wrong, you want him there to help you deal with it. Now, the goblins have a discipline of 5, but they'll get the rank bonuses. They'll probably be like 6, 7, 8. I'll hit a bunch of times. I do a bunch of times. They don't really do anything back. I'm not going to use this for anything else, so I'd really rather they just get knocked out this turn. So yeah, they'll turn. The benefit of me leaving this last is because if they happen to survive, it's unlikely, but if he survives this, he doesn't. Then because he altered himself, I'd be able to move around and know where his charge range is, so I'd be basically safe. But instead, I needn't bother. I can just do this and start hammering away at the next unit next turn. So that's 9 of 10 hits, not bad. Bunch of wounds. They do no damage back, so we win by a whole load. They can't, the morale literally can't hold, so we've got them. Now they may very well rally, but I'm just going to ignore them for the time being. It's going to be out of the fight for a good long while. The alternative is I just charge them and just keep smacking them around in the back until they eventually get off the map. The risk to that is that they get lucky on a morale roll and stick around. They're only power 3, skill 3, defense 3. Yeah, they're really bad, but they would effectively bog down a unit of knights, so I'm going to ignore that for the time being and not charge it. I'd rather have you available for more important shit. What I could do is I could recharge this and hope to break the brutes this turn, which I don't dislike as an idea. Again, it's probably easier just to shoot them to death, so let's just... They've got no range option, so I'm pretty much at liberty to do whatever I want from a range standpoint. So that's just a free and easy kill on those Orc Brutes now. Careful though, you want to double check where he's going first. That's the only unit left, so let's move you first. He's not going to be able to get through here, so he's almost certain to turn around. So I'll just have you pop up. Yeah, so he's going to go around that way. Now we're safe. Now we know where they're going to go. So yeah, that's a rear. The majority of the unit is in the rear arc there, so you see. So it doesn't have to be entirely in rear. As long as your majority in the rear, it will count as a rear charge. Well done. They rallied there. I'm going to have to deal with them later. I guess I could send him over to deal with them. See if he can break them on his own. So he can't, annoyingly, because of the... I don't think he can quite reach, which is rather irritating, but never mind. I mean, even if he can't, he can just dance around and hit them next turn anyway, so don't worry about it. They're never going to catch him, he's too fast. So yeah, we'll send you over there to eventually deal with them. There's nothing's in combat, nothing needs to be radiant shielded. And then this unit, right, defense force. So the strength of my guns is what? power 4. Their defense 5, their defense 4. So they'd get 3 up saves, they get 4 up saves. So you're more likely to do damage against them. Yeah, much better. So all of those 3s would have been saved against them, but instead you do more damage there. So because we are so fast, we're just never going to get caught. We're just going to dance around. No problem. Charges? Yeah, you're going to... Oh no, he's going to charge me. No chance. It's the only one. Don't really care about anything else. As tough as the Orc Brutes are, getting flank charged by a whole unit of knights there is probably a bit too much. It's a terrible waste of cannon fire, but there's nothing else to shoot at, so why not? Yeah, so they moved as we thought, so we're just going to get right behind them. So we're there, and it's a rear. Yeah, great. There's no point in re-rolling because they literally can't attack me, so we'll leave that. They've moved in such a way that they can't charge anything, which is a bit silly, so we'll just take the shot. We want to get into short range first, ideally. Whole bunch more damage. I'll probably be able to finish that unit off next turn. And out of range of the big scary orcs. There we are. Oh, I still have this unit of swordsmen doing nothing all game. That's great. Could have probably sent him up there to masticate the goblin mob. 10 out of 10 hits. Good work, lads. And they save terribly. So much so they all die. That's great. A little bit of above average rolling in my favour this turn. Oh, because that unit died completely, they now get to charge me. That's amusing. I didn't see that coming. How many are there? 2 plus the chieftain. The chieftain has 3 attacks. Skill of 4. They could actually hurt me. I guess what I could do is I could give them the reroll wounds, reroll the armor saves. Alternatively, I could just flee in completely. I don't think I'd get off the thing entirely, so I could just deny them the ability to do any damage. Not very sporting, is it? Let's take the charge. If you really wanted to be mean, I could then side charge and absolutely crush him, but I'd then get stuck there, at which point I'm going to take a charge from 10 brutes, which is suboptimal, so we're going to do this instead. And leave you free to kite and kill these. That's rather not. I didn't expect them to all get killed, so they did. He comes forward, that's not surprising. Right, you give them reroll armor saves. What he's going to do his war cry, so they do a bit more damage, which is annoying, but never mind. And then you start taking away at this unit. A bit harder to do damage against them because of their high armor. Let's not be here to be charged to death. There's nothing you can do, is there? I don't think so. So he may actually, like, again, the little their chieftain did nothing, and the 2 characters did nothing. They absolutely failed. Yeah, that was terrible. So here you go. So that would the war chief there in the old patch would just die because the unit died, but now he's running around on his own. 2 wounds from the character. The griffin hits 3 times, wins 3 times. Not bad. They can't roll a 1 on 2 dice, so they're broken. Right, decisions. I'll probably just keep recharging them until they're gone. I could recharge the war chief, which is funny. Or I could just shoot him to death and... I'll go on then, why not? I'm just going to shoot them, nothing else to do. They foolishly turn to face a unit that they'll never be able to catch. Bang, 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 bang. 1 more dead, great. And we're out of range. How unfortunate. Just slowly walking through this forest. You can't be hit there. Maybe the war chief can turn around and hit you, so I'll re-roll your saves just in case. Can't do anything in there, can you? Impressive as your range is. Yep. Again, not liable to save an armor save there. Yes, he can hit me from directly, so so a unit of course wouldn't be able to, but he can actually turn around and hit you. Didn't matter in this instance, he just got slaughtered, but never mind. Oh, and because they turn that way, that'll then be a rear charge and they'll die as well. And this time I'm not actually going to go for that because there's no point. Just gives them a chance to turn around and hit him and do some runes for free. They fail their morale anyway, so don't worry about it. There is quite literally nothing else to do. I'm just skipping this phase because they're going to kill them and then they'll be broken. All dead. Yeah. No problem. There you go. A casualtyless Act 1 boss. Okay, so the Griffin leveled. Again, I would like more attack so it can actually be more reliable when it's into the back of things, but I guess the gold will have to do instead. It now generates a lot of gold every time I do that. The light cav leveled up. Right, you can take even more of them and do an incredible amount of range damage and turn them into a real menace. Or you can improve their range. So improving their range in fire has two benefits. One, it improves their maximum range, but two, your close range and therefore better accuracy shots is calculated as being half your max range. So when you improve the range, you're also kind of inherently improving short range as well. So I really like that as an ability. But as we've seen, I'm so fast that I don't really care. So I guess I'll just take the units and I'll give them more. So you get 10 of them now. That's an insane amount of damage. The Heavy Knights leveled. Fearless, ignoring penalties, discipline test. Nah, we're not going to fail morale, so the unit size is more important. And then I'll make a decision in a second. The Imperial Cannon. Now are real ones. That's worth more than anything else. It's gold. So do I take 7 knights? Yeah, I think so. There's a lot of power in that. Okay, but that'll be it for this part. So we'll be doing Act 2 next time. If you're interested, do tune in. If you have any kind of commentary or feedback on the gameplay or anything you think is worth kind of correcting or I'm doing wrong, please do let me know. Hope you've enjoyed. If you'd like to see more, do like, comment, subscribe. See you next time.